Hey guys, Dr. Kevin here at Restorative, and we are going to be diving into a critical health topic that is not being talked about at the medical doctor's office, and that has to do with mold and biotoxin related illness, or another condition that goes along with it called chronic inflammatory response syndrome, or CIRS. And so this is everything to do with mold related exposure or some other things that can drive this biotoxin related illness, things like Lyme and the other co-infections, brown recluse spider bites. There's other things that can create
toxic algae and other bacteria and things like that.
Yeah, it can drive that. And so they create what are called biotoxins, or these toxins that are coming from a biological source. And Dr. Richie Shoemaker, who is down in Maryland, is the one who's kind of a big pioneer in this area of biotoxin-related illness. And he has come up with lots of different symptoms, lots of different testing protocols for looking into that. But we need to understand that there's a lot of really sick buildings that we are living in. The EPA and some of those other groups estimate that between 70 to 80% of buildings are water damaged, and it can be even higher than that depending on where you look. And we can be getting really sick from these buildings, whether that was the bathroom tub that leaked that one time 6 years ago and you thought it was repaired, or the basement that is just staying too wet because it's not draining properly around it. There can be a million different reasons why that home is getting sick, but ultimately it could be making you sick. And you may have been given a diagnosis like fibromyalgia or irritable bowel, depression, some other kind of trash can diagnoses where they're saying, you know, we're not really sure exactly what's going on with you, but here's a label and, you know, good luck, here's some antidepressants or something else that might be going on. And the reality is that these environmental toxins could be what is driving your illness. So we talked about chronic inflammation. And Dr. Ash is going to go a little bit into what that might look like for you, because it can be very different depending on the person.
Yeah, so there's, Richie Shoemaker has a symptom cluster chart. So there's 13 different categories with some symptoms in each, and I think it's 8 to 10 of those categories. If you have symptoms in them, it's a really indicative that this might be the condition that you have. So, there's a wide range of what these symptoms might look like, ranging from fatigue and joint pain and just general aches and pains to the watery red eyes and the sinus congestion, but then all the way to static electric shock. So that's probably one of the most unique and telltale signs for this condition is the static electric shock. It's a symptom that is a very real symptom, but something that people that come into our office, oh my gosh, I do that all the time, I can't touch anything. It's a unique and special, thing for this condition. So we'll link to that. We'll link to those symptom clusters, and that's not an exhaustive list, but if you have those, take a peek at those.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different things that need to be looked at when it comes to testing and recovering from CIRS or biotoxin-related illness, and we're going to dive into that here, but we need to understand a little bit about what it is and the fact that there are a lot of really, really sick buildings and other things that can drive this for different people.
And if you're feeling sick and don't have answers, you might have some answers here. This is a lot of sick people out there with this.